Alhamdulillah, salatu wassalamu ala rasulillahi amma ba'da. Today, by the special grace of Allah, we are moving to the next lesson, which is the lesson 2. Here we have Ad-Darsu Thani, meaning the second lesson. Ad-Darsu Thani would be on a topic which is known as Dhalika. Dhalika means that. That is a demonstrative pronoun for an object that is far. So that, dhalika means what? That. So do not forget, the previous lesson we discussed what ma refers to. We said ma refers to what. Then when dhalika now we said it refers to that. So when we join the two together, ma dhalika would then mean what is that? Ma dhalika, what is that, referring to this picture. So according to the previous lesson, this picture indicates a star. So the Arabic meaning of star, if you have not forgotten, means nejmun. Nejmun. So they now say dhalika nejmun. Dhalika nejmun. That is a star. That is a star. Dhalika nejmun. That is a star. Now, moving ahead, we have another thing here. هذا مسجد. هذا مسجد, meaning this is a masjid or this is a mosque, pointing to this one which is nearer than the other. هذا مسجد, this is a masjid, meaning this is a mosque. While the other one which is far, so the other one we have it here. This picture is for a house, which is far when compared with the masjid. When compared with this mosque, you can see that this is far than the other. So that is why we use dhalika. Dhalika is used for this. So dhalika is used for this. So that's why it now says وَذَلِكَ بَيْتٌ, and that is a house. And that is a house. Moving on, we have the next one. هذا حصان, this is a horse. هذا حصان, this is a horse. هذا حصان, this is a horse. وذلك حمار, and that is a donkey. هذا حصان, this is a horse. حصان in this case is a new word, which means what? A horse. A horse. Why having the other one, which is himarun, to mean a donkey? A donkey. So himarun means what? A donkey. A donkey. So hisanu means a horse and himaru means a donkey. So now the meaning would now become هذا حصان, this is a horse, وذلك حمار, and that is a donkey. So when we look at the picture, this is the picture of a horse. It is far, it is nearer compared to the donkey. So it is nearer compared to the donkey. Then, therefore, using the demonstrative pronoun for a near object, which is hada for horse, and using another demonstrative pronoun for a far object for the camel. So then, we now have it hada hisanun, this is a horse, and this wa usually means and a conjunction and. Wa in this sense means what? When we say wa, fatha wa means what? And conjunction and. So that is why you can now say هذا حصان وذلك حمار. هذا حصان وذلك حمار. This is a horse and that is a donkey. So now the next one we have أذلك كلب. أذلك كلب. Do not forget, in the previous lesson we've mentioned that this alif hamza to the istifham is used to ask question. So therefore it will now mean أذلك كلب. Is that a dog? Kelbun means dog. Kelbun is a new word which means dog. A dog. Kelbun is a new word which means a dog. Then we have another new word which is krypton. Krypton. Krypton means what? A cat. A cat. So now, أذلك كلب, is that a dog? You can see it's a question, it's a form of question. That's why you can see the question mark here indicated. So this is a question mark. So this question mark is indicating that the sentence is an interrogative sentence. So now we now have it this way. أذلك كلب, is that a dog? La. No. La means no. This la means no. No. So now la, no, ذلك قط, that is a cat. La, no, ذلك قط, that is a cat. So now أذلك كلب, is that a dog? La, no, ذلك قط, that is a cat. ما ذلك, what is that? Referring to this object. Referring to this object. So this object is a bird according to the previous lesson. So therefore, our answer can then be ذلك سريع. ذلك سريع. That is a bird. That is a bird. Now, there's another new word here, which is man. Man. Man is a new word. It means who. Who. Do not forget the other time we talked about ma, which means what. So that is for an inanimate object. But who is for an animate object. You understand? Is a pronoun for an inanimate, for an animate object, meaning what possesses life. Anything that possesses life, and not only life, but possess sense. Anything that possesses a sense. So we use who, we use man for such a thing. But if it's something that is going or color that does not possess a sense, even if it is an animal, and we know that an animal is living, with that we cannot even give it man, but we give it rather ma, because it does not possess a sense. So man is a pronoun, is an interrogative pronoun used to ask from someone who is sensible. But if it to ask about someone who is not sensible, we make use of what? Ma. But if we are talking about someone who is sensible, we make use of man. So now we now say man hada. Who is this? Woman daddy. And who is that? I think this is clear. Man hada, who is this? Woman dalika, and who is that? So now, hada mudarrisun. This is a teacher. This is a teacher. Wadhalika imamun. And that is an imam. Or you can also say that is a leader. That is a leader. So mudarrisun is a new word, which means a teacher. Mudarrisun means what? A teacher. A teacher. Mudarrisun means a teacher. a teacher, and imamun means a leader or an imam, a leader or an imam. So هذا مدرس, this is a teacher, وذلك إمام, and that is a leader or that is an imam. ما ذلك, what is that? Pointing to this inanimate object and an object that is not sensible, which is stone. You can see this is pointing to this stone. ما ذلك, what is that? So stone means what? In Arabic it means hajarun. 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 Hajarun means a stone. A stone. So ذلك hajarun, that is a stone. That is a stone. That is a stone. So now hajarun is a new word which means a stone. A stone. So now ذلك hajarun means that is a stone. You can be jotting some of these words down that you would not forget. So now we have another one. هذا سكر. This sukkarun is a new word. Sukkarun. It means a sugar. It means a sugar. A sugar. وذلك لبن. This is labanun. Labanun. That means what? Labanun means a milk. A milk. A milk. So joining the two together. هذا سكر. This is a sugar. وذلك لبن. And that is a milk. And that is a milk. هذا سكر. This is a sugar. وذلك لبن. And that is a milk. So now that's the end of lesson 2. We pray may Almighty Allah make it easily understood than the way it was presented. And inshallah you can subscribe to our channel in order to have access to beneficial videos like this, and so that you will be aware as well whenever new lessons are being dropped. Do have a nice day. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.